What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now in today's video we're going to talk about my favorite boot, and it's this boot right here. You guys can see it is a Mizuno boot, and this has been my favorite boot since it's come out. And I actually got these at the Unisport store just because I didn't really like anything that they had in the store, and then I just saw this and this colorway and I just decided to get these just because these are my favorite like speed boots and just my favorite boots in general. I feel like when I'm not like really testing anything or trying new boots, I'm usually going back to these just because they're so comfortable and they're just a really good boot in my opinion. And I feel like with all the new speed boots coming out, I feel like people have forgotten about this boot, so I just wanted to make this video just to let you guys know that this boot still exists and it's a very, very good boot. Now, I don't have the box with me, obviously, just because I couldn't bring it. It was just going to take too much space in my luggage. So here we have the string bag, and it's not actually like a backpack, it's just like a boot bag, you know, here with the strings on top. And then here are the boots themselves. Boom. So I got them in this colorway, which is white, gold, and like black. And yeah, this colorway is just amazing. This is the made in Japan model, and it is the AG version. So I decided to go with the AG just because I already have the FG, and I actually wanted to see and feel how different the AG sole play is. And I usually just play on AG, so this is probably just safer. Even though I don't have any problems with the firm ground on AG, but I just wanted to try these out. And I feel like they're a little bit different compared to like the sole plate found on the FG, just because it doesn't have that insert here in the forefoot, and we'll talk more about that later in the video. But yeah, this is the colorway, and yeah, white, gold, can never go wrong with this. Alright, so the Mizuno Alpha made in Japan is my current favorite boot out in the market right now. It's just super comfortable, the fit is great. I feel like comfort plays a huge role in a boot, and whenever I just put these on, they just kind of like fit like a customized boot. I don't know how to explain it, but they just like wrap my foot perfectly. Even though this is a speed boot and has more like a narrow feel to it, it still like wraps my foot pretty well. And even though I do have a wider foot, like they still fit me pretty well and they're super comfortable. So this is why it's like my favorite boot. And with all the speed boots coming out, the Adidas F50, the Vapor 16, the new Puma Ultra, like the Carbon and the Ultimate, I feel like people have forgotten about this boot just because this boot did come out last year. And in today's video, I'm just going to talk about the boot real quick and just share my experience wearing this boot. Alright, so the upper is like the synthetic mesh upper, and right out of the box, it's actually pretty plasticky. It doesn't really have such a soft feel, but I found like once broken in, this upper just becomes softer and it feels better on feet, and it just feels a little bit plasticky, which you actually might like. You guys can see also here in the toe box as well as here in the midfoot, it does have like this cage, and it's made out of this memory foam. And so even though the upper here is thin, you do get a bit of padding because of that memory foam cage. It's not a lot, but I feel like it does take away the sting from like a super thin boot. So for me, it just feels comfortable. I really like it. It just gives ever so slightly more like padding to it. Not a lot, like I said, but you do feel it a little. And this cage also like reinforces the upper. So in terms of stability and lockdown, it's fantastic. I've never experienced any rollover with the upper. It feels super like stable in the midfoot here. It like holds your midfoot really nicely. And so this upper will take a bit to break in just because I feel like that memory foam cage does need a little bit more time to like break in and soften up. Here I actually do have my Mizuno Alphas that I have been using, and they are really soft, nice and pliable. So you guys can see that, you know, this is a used pair and this is a new pair, and so it does need more time to break in, but once broken in, it's just very soft, very comfortable on feet. You do get a standard tongue with this boot, and it's fine. I do find that it slides around a little too much, which I kind of find annoying. I wish they kind of had a way where the tongue would just stay in place. And they have like this like synthetic coating on the inside where it's kind of sticky, but it doesn't really grip your sock all that well, and I still find that it kind of slides to the side, which obviously all the boots that have a tongue do that, but I feel like I wish they had like here maybe two holes like they do in the Morelia Neo that kind of allow it not to like move around. But yeah, because this lacing system runs very deep, you're able to get a really nice customized fit, and you're really able to like pull the upper and make it very like tight around your foot, or not as tight if you want. But yeah, you really get a good customized fit with this lacing system. Here in the heel, we have the Zero Glide technology, which is this liner that has like this gripping material all around like heel as well as in the insole. Here, I'll take out the insole real quick. You guys can see it has that liner, and it's actually very like grippy and like sticky. So this does a really good job of just gripping your sock and not allowing any slippage inside the boot. There's a good amount of padding here, like on the boot. You can't really see it just because it is black, but it's very comfortable. Good amount of padding. Like the heel fits me perfectly, and I really like it. And here you actually don't have an external heel counter just because it is a different sole plate. So you do get like an internal heel counter, which feels fine. You know, it still feels pretty nice and like rigid, so that's good. So, you know, I feel like it's gonna feel the same a bit, but we'll see. But I'll let you guys know later. I probably will do a plate test with this boot, and I'll let you guys know if it feels any different on field. And then here we do have the AG sole plate, which is perfect for AG. Obviously, you do get these like smaller studs, and there's a lot more of them. And traction, you know, it's safe to use on AG just because they are chronicle, they are small, and you do have a lot of them. But the main difference of the sole plate, obviously, yes, the stud pattern, but it's that insert here in the forefoot. Here we have this insert, and it's very stiff, and it provides a good amount of snapback. So if you really like that, go with the F3 model. And for this boot, you do not get that plate. So this sole plate feels a lot more flexible and a lot more like natural. Like you do get some snapback, but it doesn't really compare to this boot right here. This boot just feels a lot more stiff in the forefoot, and this one just feels a little bit more flexible. And I guess if you do like a flexible sole plate like I do, this actually might be the better option for you. And it's just going to feel a little bit more natural, and you're going to have more studs underneath your feet. And in terms of sizing, I went true to size, and these run ever so slightly long. I have a little bit of space in my toe, very little though. It's not enough for me to go down half a size, but if you like your cleats very, very tight, then I would just recommend going down half a size. If you like a little bit of extra wiggle room, then I would just stay true to size, just because you guys can see the toe box is kind of narrow and it comes to a point. And so for me, I just find that a little bit extra space here does feel a little bit more comfortable than having it super tight and very close to the edge. So for me, going true to size is the perfect fit. So that's it for today's video. I just wanted to make this quick video just to remind everyone that the Mizuno Alpha still exists, and it's a very solid boot. I know the Elite version does, you know, cost less money, and it's also still a very solid option. So, and it's $200, and you could usually find them on sale. So if you guys can't justify like the high price of the Mizuno Alpha, try the Elite version because those are just as good. But even though these came out last year, these are still my favorite boots out on the market right now. Like I said, I haven't tried the Vapor 16, and I haven't tried the Adidas F50 Messi. That might change my opinion, but for right now, these are still my favorite boots out on the market. If you guys have any questions or have missed anything, you guys want to know something, just let me know down in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like and make sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification so you're notified for the playtest of this boot right here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.